All right, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, we got a just kind of a consolidation of yesterday's breakout. We pulled back to the 0475 to 0675 support and found responsive buyers there on first test. And at this point, heading into the open, it's really going to be about whether ES is able to maintain yesterday's gains and actually hold the breakout. So this 0475 to 0675 is a key area, the initial support today. And as long as we can hold above it, we can still go back up and tag, the 13 to 15, and then potentially move higher from there. Now below initial support, we're using 01 quarter to 03 quarter as the bull bear zone. And the idea is that because buyers are in control bigger picture, we want to see some decent break of support before we shift our bias, right? So in order to get sellers back in control short term, at the minimum, we'd have to see the bull bear zone go, right? We'd have to see ES break yesterday's low, and that would confirm that yesterday's breakout could be a false breakout. Now, until that happens, we have to give edge to the buy side, even if short term things look a bit weak, like they're looking right now, right? In a bullish market, short term weakness gets reversed, and that's why you don't want to get caught shifting your bias too soon, and then the market reverses, and not only are you caught on the wrong side, but you're not taking advantage of the buyer stepping in at the support zones. So right now the initial support is very key. We have held above it so far, and on the upside, if we can hold a support here, 13 to 15 is going to be the upside objective, and that's the gap fill naked VPOC test. And then if we can break above that, we can quite easily test 1775 to 1975. And at initial resistance, we're not necessarily looking to short the market. We can get some rotation off that zone, but it may be a temporary area where the market pauses, puts in maybe a 4-point rotation or something, and then it could continue going higher to test the 2275 to 2475 resistance, and then the all-time high is 2675 right above there. So when we're approaching the all-time highs, again, we can get responsive sellers, we can get profit taking, but at the same time, we have to remember that the other markets, NQ and TF, have already made new highs, and ES may be heading for its all-time high and potentially above. Now, it doesn't have to happen today. If there's short-term weakness in the market, then it can just continue to remain in the range that ES has so far, up to 2675. But it's something that we have to be open to because the other markets have already done it, and ES so far is set for a test of the all-time high. So it may just be a matter of time before it tests that level. Now on the downside, the bull bear zone below initial support is the next inflection point, and that's basically the area where it's the kind of the last stand for buyers short term, right? Now bigger picture, we can still pull back, put in a bigger range, balance, and then continue higher. But short term, that bull bear zone is very key, and if we break below it, then we could quite easily go down to the 99.5 naked VPOC, potentially even a bit lower. And really the next key inflection point is 95 quarter, where we can expect a buy response, and then below that we have support at 90 to 92, where we can expect responsive buyers to be active on first test. So right now that scenario is not the one we're focusing on. Right now we're going to focus more on the bull bear zone holding and initial support holding, and once we see some clear signs that that's not the case, then we'll adjust our bias and adjust the direction that we're playing, or just be more conservative on the long side. So that's really the main idea on the day. Let's see how well initial support holds. We have the Philly Fed survey out at 9 a.m. Central. That's the main economic report out today. So in the first 30 minutes, we could see some continued balancing between initial support and pre-market resistance. So keep that in mind as well. And then after 9 a.m. Central, we could get a directional move. So those are our main ideas heading into the day. Let's see how the open plays out, how well we hold initial support, the bull bear zone, and then take it from there.